You alleged too that Nicole Murphy had relations with your ex-husband. Were you two friends?
Birthday parties. I've been to her house. She was at my bachelorette party. But you know what? At that time, my mother told me then. She said, but you got to watch that one there. And I was like, who? I said, the one dancing. She said, yes, that's Eddie Murphy's wife. She said, you got to watch that one.
Current wife at the time or ex at the time?
I want to say, I think she was still married. They were still married. And I was like, no, And so, and your mom tell you something about new school, you feel like you old school, And she was right. Here's the thing. We've all done something that we regret. We've all made mistakes, and we all have to learn from that. But when you start doing it and being messy enough to do it amongst family, how does a family kiss turn into a I'm sorry apology? Like, what do you mean? You didn't know that she was married? We all know that she was married. And that was 20 years. That's history. You don't do that amongst friends.
Right.
Because there's no loyalty.
Right.
There's no loyalty, and you got to look up, and your person that you invited to your house and you celebrating your birthdays and going to games with, you got to look up and they're in Italy with your husband.
Right. So
bullshit. I don't know if she's a home wrecker or not. I can't answer that, but I know that what she's doing in people's homes is just wrecking it.
If there's one thing LisaRaye McCoy isn't about to do, it's let someone walk all over her and pretend like nothing happened. And years later, she's still not over what went down between her, Nicole Murphy, and her ex-husband Michael Missick. To this day, LisaRaye is holding on to some serious resentment, and honestly, when you hear her side of the story, it's hard not to understand why. Recently, she posted a video where she laid everything bare, claiming that Nicole Murphy had an affair with her husband behind her back, while they were still friends. And it wasn't just a rumor. LisaRaye says she has the receipts to back it up. Now let's rewind a bit. LisaRaye and Nicole were friendly, at least on the surface. They moved in the same circles, showed up to events together, and even supported each other publicly. Nicole was at LisaRaye's wedding to Michael Missick. So naturally, LisaRaye felt completely blindsided when she discovered that Nicole had been sneaking around with him. In the video, LisaRaye didn't hold back. She mentioned that out of everyone in the world, she only has problems with two people, Dwayne Martin and Nicole Murphy. And when she says she stands on business, she means it. She recalled a conversation she had with Nicole, where they tried to clear the air like mature women. Nicole apparently came to her saying, "We're older now. Let's not hold this grudge. We're both in the industry. We're bound to see each other." LisaRaye agreed that they didn't need to carry hate, but she also made one thing very clear. "If you're going to tell me something, tell me the truth. Don't lie to my face."
Because I only have beef with two people in this world, and the whole world know who that is. That's Dwayne Martin and Nicole Murphy. Them the only two.
Okay,
This
hold
bitch ass
on.
motherfucker. And so she said to me, I don't want us to have this beef between us because we're older women, we're in the business, we're gonna see each other. And I said to myself, I said to her, I don't either. Because this don't have to be. However, if you're gonna tell me a story, tell me the truth.
Right.
If you're not gonna tell me the truth, walk away.
Right.
When she said what she said, I took what she said. And I was like, okay, it was a goddamn lie, but it was like, okay.
Nicole, according to LisaRaye, claimed nothing happened with Michael. But LisaRaye knew better, and said the story Nicole gave her was full of lies. It didn't sit right, and soon things started to add up. Let's talk about Nicole's history for a second. After her high-profile divorce from Eddie Murphy, she reportedly walked away with over $15 million. But that fortune didn't last. Between bad investments and alleged scams, Nicole lost a significant amount of money. That's when folks say her dating life started to get strategic. She was seen with Michael Strahan, then Jimmy Jackson, then Nick Cannon, and eventually Antoine Fuqua, a married man. And that's when people really started to raise their eyebrows. Antoine was not only married but married to actress Lela Rochon, and yet Nicole was photographed full-on kissing him in Italy. Not a friendly hug, not a cheek kiss, we're talking a romantic full-on smooch. Nicole tried to play it off by saying they were just family friends. But let's be honest, who greets their family friend like that? LisaRaye says she heard from insiders that Nicole might have even tipped off the paparazzi herself to get those photos taken. Think about it. What are the chances that two black celebrities randomly bump into each other in a remote part of Italy, and there just happens to be a photographer nearby? It doesn't add up. After the photos leaked, Nicole released a public apology, not directly to Lela or LisaRaye, but to anyone hurt by the situation. Many people felt it was more about damage control than genuine remorse. LisaRaye certainly wasn't buying it.
But when she sat her ass on that Wendy Williams couch and lied and said that I was a liar, that's what brought this back up. Then it was like, no, we talked about this. We don't have to talk about this publicly. Come see me. Come see me. And I mean that even right now today. Come and see me.
She said multiple times that Nicole has a pattern of getting involved with married men, and that what she did with Michael Missick wasn't a one-time thing. In fact, LisaRaye says she tried to confront Nicole before the story even went public, hoping they could talk woman to woman, clear the air, and maybe even move on. But when they sat down, Nicole allegedly denied everything. She claimed there was no way she would ever mess with Michael because she only knew him through LisaRaye. But LisaRaye wasn't going to take that at face value. She came prepared. She says she pulled out receipts showing Nicole had flown to Turks and Caicos on Michael's private jet. When LisaRaye asked her husband about it, he didn't even try to lie. That's when it all became crystal clear. And when LisaRaye showed Nicole the proof, Nicole stopped answering her calls, ghosted her completely. And that was the end of their so-called friendship. LisaRaye has since made it her mission not to let people forget what happened. She's labeled Nicole a homewrecker, and has said point-blank that Nicole goes after men who are already taken, especially ones with influence, power, or money. To her, what happened wasn't just betrayal from a husband, it was betrayal from someone she considered a friend. To this day, LisaRaye stands by everything she's said. She's not trying to rekindle any friendship with Nicole, and she's made peace with the fact that the situation blew up the way it did. But she's also not going to pretend it didn't happen, or let Nicole off the hook just because time has passed. In LisaRaye's eyes, if you're grown enough to do the damage, you should be grown enough to own up to it. And from the looks of it, she's not done speaking her truth anytime soon. Let's break it down. Lela and Nicole were said to be really close friends for years. They were part of the same social circles, always seen around the same people and events. But here's where things get messy. You know how people say friendship should mean loyalty? Well, in this case, that loyalty went right out the window. Social media went wild when rumors started swirling again about Nicole messing around with Lela's man. Even Lela's sister, the famous LisaRaye McCoy, aka the Brat, stepped in and called Nicole out online. She basically said, "Nicole Murphy, you already went after my sister's husband once. Now this again. Shameful." So here's the backstory. LisaRaye was married and living in Turks and Caicos at the time. She was even the first lady of the islands. And apparently while she was married, Nicole was sneaking around with her husband behind her back. It all came back into the spotlight after Nicole sat down on the Wendy Williams show and denied everything, calling LisaRaye a liar. That's when LisaRaye said enough is enough. She told Nicole, "We already talked about this privately, but since you're lying in public, come talk to me face to face." And honestly, she still feels that way today. LisaRaye isn't pretending to be perfect either. She's admitted to making mistakes in her past, like when she had a relationship with Gary Payton while he was married. She even confronted his wife directly, which was messy, but she says she learned her lesson. The difference is LisaRaye moved on and grew from it. Nicole, on the other hand, seems to keep repeating the same behavior. No regrets, no growth, just drama. And to make it worse, Nicole and LisaRaye were friends at one point. That's why LisaRaye feels so betrayed. Nicole had no business being involved with her friend's man. Period. People still haven't let it go, and neither has LisaRaye. She's been holding Nicole accountable for years. In her eyes, Nicole crossed the line that can't be uncrossed. LisaRaye's not backing down anytime soon. But what do you think? Should LisaRaye finally let it go and move on? Or does Nicole still deserve to be called out for what she did? Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like and subscribe. See you next time.